Hey guys, what's up? Happy Team Call Tuesday. I am recording this call a little bit earlier today because I wanted to come to you guys and talk to you about something that's been on my mind for a little while. But unfortunately, 9 p.m. is like right at Evelyn's bedtime. So we are officially in June, super crazy. May has finally ended. I feel like that month was both super long and super short, if that's possible. June and July are possibly my two absolute favorite months in this business. Number one, because of Summit. Number two, because summertime is officially in full swing. Well, actually, the first day of summer is not until June 21st, but a lot of schools have let out, graduation ceremonies have happened both for young kids and older kids. So now we're in this really cool sweet spot for people who have finally gotten some time back. Parents have kids out of school now. People are getting outside much more. People are looking for that solution for summertime vacation outfits, bikinis, beach time, all of that kind of stuff. Teachers and people who have seasonal jobs are out. So this is kind of an evolution phase of the business right now, which is going to change a little bit. The times that people are active on social media will change a little bit. The things that people are responding to will change a little bit. The ebbs and flow of your business will tend to go up and down with the seasons. Summertime is typically a pretty busy time for us because everybody's minds is kind of on their bodies as clothes get smaller and smaller, and people with kids want to be active with them and notice that, oh, hey, wintertime maybe did a number on me. It's really a good idea now to take some stock in your social media posts and think about, am I posting for the season? Am I getting outside more and taking some pictures? Am I talking about summertime? Am I showcasing some different facets that the business might lend itself to in terms of the season? AKA, are you talking about the fact that summer vacations are coming up? About 90% of people take their summer vacations in August. So there is a ton of time for people to get into challenge groups, get some results from those challenge groups, and for you to be talking about that. So that is a really interesting time. Summit is coming up in about 2 weeks. I think a little over 2 weeks. Summit is our annual event, and it is so very key to get to it. It was life-changing for me when I first went. When I first went to Summit, I was really not sold on the business. I mean, I was excited about it. I was probably maybe 3 months into my business, if that. So I was super new. I was super broke. I went and shared a hotel room it was in Vegas. In Vegas with 3 other girls. I shared a bed with someone who I had never met before. One of the girls was pumping in the bathroom. We were like snuggling in the same bed together just to save money. I actually only went for 2 days because my husband and I were in a wedding in North Carolina. So I actually one night, I think it was. But everyone told me, if you want to make this business work, you have to get to Summit. Summit is where it's at. Summit is what will change your view of the business. And when I got there, I had met in person all these people that I was following for so long, and it was a really surreal experience. But it was at that event that I realized that these are ordinary people who are coming together for an extraordinary cause and having really amazing effects in their lives and others because of this business. And that event was where I met my coach for the first time, where I saw that she was a real person, where I got to engage with. I didn't have any team at the time. I went by myself. I got to meet some friends in the business in real life and got to see that they were real people. And more importantly, I sat in the seats of Summit and realized that this is bigger than me. I watched the challenge contestant win $100,000. And it was so surreal to see, like, our programs are actually really reflected in people's lives. They've lost hundreds of pounds. They gained their lives back. They gained their health back. And now that was something that I could really stand behind in the business. And I think when I went there for the first time, not that I had doubts because I always believed, but I more so had doubts about you know, is this a positive thing that I'm spreading? Can this have longevity? Will people always need this solution in their lives? Which is always things that you should think about in terms of business and putting yourselves out there. And at that event, it was where I decided, oh my gosh, like this is something that will be a need forever. Health and fitness and making it easier for people and coming up with solutions for people will never go out of style. And that's one of the things that I learned that weekend and I never forgot. It was also super fun. So if you guys have a chance to get there, it's in Indianapolis this year. I would highly, highly, highly recommend looking into it. It is worth the sacrifice. If you really want to make this full time, or you are working to build your business and you have some big goals, this is something to really, really achieve. So if you had doubts about it, maybe this will push you over the edge, and I will see you there, because I will definitely be there even after having a baby 6 weeks ago. It is definitely high on my list of priorities to get to. So that is that. This month, I really want to have a lot of focus on building confidence in your business. I think that one of the most important aspects of hitting Success Club, which should be your #1 goal every single month, of putting yourself out there on social media, which you should be doing every single day after you go through the trainings and after you learn, a bit about the programs and products and how they fit into your life, and then following those guides in the new coach training. Every single day should be sharing your journey with the program that you picked out, sharing your journey with inside the challenge group, what goes on in there, sharing your journey with Shakeology, the things that you're learning about it, the things that you thought before that were not necessarily true that you're figuring out are not true. Really starting to dig into the information that you can share with other people about what it is we do. But what I find happening a lot is a really steady pattern with either people in the beginning not having confidence in their ability to share that, or in the beginning when people start sharing, they sort of are noticing that maybe people aren't responding the way they thought they would. They're maybe becoming really anxious about continuing to share. Maybe they receive some feedback that they're not happy about. Maybe people are questioning what they're doing. And then all of a sudden, this little tiny voice comes into our head that kind of takes out our confidence. So I want to talk tonight about how to restore that, how to have confidence in yourself in this business from the very beginning. And then additionally, why it is so key to have that at every stage, in the beginning of your business, in the middle of your business, when you become a leader. First and foremost, I think it's really important to understand that everyone in this business started at the same place. I posted something in the team page today, in the Shine Dynasty page, that was one of the original posts from 4.5 years ago, when I had no one following me. I had no team. I had just bought a challenge pack, and I had just been thinking about going to Summit, posting about Shakeology every day, trying to share some of the value and some of the funny things and some of the stuff that I was figuring out. I had no one responding. I had no market. I knew nothing about social media. I knew nothing about helping people with their health and fitness. But I did have confidence in the fact that I could make this work and that it was a good and real opportunity. So in the beginning, you have to know, for everybody, this is for you, this is for your coaches, this is for whatever part of your journey you're on, people need to see consistency in order to be tied to what you're doing, and the response will not be large in the beginning. A lot of people, it's very hard to follow people who are successful in this business or have been doing it for years. The only difference between you and them is time and consistency and not giving up. A lot of the times what I see happen is people will post 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe for a month or two, and it's a little bit difficult to gain traction, right? Because it's kind of like that image of pushing a snowball uphill or pumping water out of a well. In order to get the water to come up to the top, you have to pump super, super hard. And on that journey of pumping that water, it can be like, is it coming? Is it coming? It's not coming. This is so annoying. My arm is so tired. Oh my God. I stopped for a second and the water fell back down. I have to still be pumping. I'm sweating. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I lost the handle out of my hand and it all went down to the bottom and I have to start over again. But the difference is if you're thirsty, you're going to pump the well, right? Until it comes out. Here, a lot of times what I see happen is people will stop posting. They'll convince themselves that they're not good at it, that people aren't responding. But really, you haven't passed that hump of consistency yet. And you don't have a tough enough tie to the business or something that you want greater than what you have, right? Like thirst, in order to have that motivation to keep going. So what I find is people who have a really strong motivation to keep going, like they're super unhappy in their current life. They're really tied to the reason they reached out to me. They're really tied to the reason they started the business. Maybe it's because you are having some really serious problems with your health, and this is the way that you're going to change it. Or you're really unhappy every single day at your job, or like me in the beginning, your back is so far against the wall that you will do anything to get off that wall. You cannot have a plan B in this business because yes, it's difficult. It's difficult to start your own business. It's difficult to put yourself out there on social media. It's difficult to continue going when you feel like the momentum has stopped. That is all normal everyday activities of an entrepreneur and normal everyday activities of someone who started their own business, especially in this business. Health and fitness is a journey. Being a coach is a journey. Starting your own business is a journey. And no one's journey consistently looks like an uphill climb. And this is where I get a little frustrated with people who step back or say, it's not working for me, or maybe fade out, because this business takes resiliency. And I'm very transparent about that when I talk to new people about it. It takes resiliency in not the fact that what we do is difficult. The actual activities of what we do in terms of jobs and making money is so easy. I mean, we do a workout and we post about it and share about it and then talk to other people about getting started on social media. When you think about the actual activities, they're not hard. But when you think about being consistent, that's where the mindset and mentality and confidence starts to dwindle. So I want to talk about, number one, the mentality of that and the mindset of that. Number one, every single successful coach that you see, including myself, has gone through this. I've even gone through times where I've built consistency and then I took a step back and then it came back down and then I had to build it again. But I tied myself. Step one is you got to tie yourself to a reason that's bigger than that, a reason that's bigger than staying the same, right? I wanted so bad to change, to have more in my life than I wanted to stay at the same spot that I was, that people not commenting on a picture or saying no to me for a challenge pack never even fazed me. It never even fazed me. So step one, you got to get to that point where it never even phases you, right? It doesn't matter if someone says no. It doesn't matter if someone ignores your post. It doesn't matter if there's no likes on something. You're not staying in the same place. Every single step that you take, every single action that you take is getting you further to where you want to be. So have you written down your goals? Have you started the new coach training? Have you even posted? Have you posted a couple times and then got defeated and said, oh, no one's looking at my stuff, and then stepped back a little bit? This is where I have to call you out. And I have to say, did you think it would be a piece of cake to start a business that could change your whole life? Did you think it would be a piece of cake to inspire people to start a health and fitness journey? No, of course, it's going to take a little bit of resiliency, a little bit of time, a little bit of putting yourself out there. So ask yourself a couple questions. Is your mentality wrong? Are you overanalyzing the likes and comments? Because that, my dear friends, is more about ego than it is about success. Are you doing the simple activities every single day to move forward? Or did you do them for a little while and then you were like, whatever, I'm not going to do that today. And I'm not going to do that the next day. And I'm only going to do it a little bit the next day. Because that's where I'm going to call you out again. This business takes constant, consistent effort every single solitary day. Not big effort, not hard effort, but constant effort every single day. I encourage you, the people who are successful in the business are the people who get over that hump of self-doubt, right? Number two step of building confidence is actually taking action. So a lot of people think that they sign up and they go through the training and all of a sudden there's going to be this landfall of people who are wanting to join you and you're going to be in the Millionaires Club and you're going to be a 15-star diamond. Here's the thing. When I signed up, there wasn't a training. When I signed up, there wasn't a, you do this first, you do this now, here's how you talk to people, here's scripts how you talk to people, here's your, step-by-step this month, here's what you should be concentrating on, here's what you shouldn't be concentrating on. When I signed up, it was, oh, welcome to the challenge group. Post about your workouts and hit Success Club. And that's it. There was no training. So I had to figure it out, right? And I had to actually take action. The thing that will make you a better coach, the thing that will make you better at conversations, the thing that will help you hit Success Club is actually having those conversations, not trying to have them 1 month and not hitting Success Club and getting defeated and then never having them again, or not having a couple people say no and then saying, oh, no one wants to do this. I'm totally out now, right? That's so silly. At your anything great in your life you've accomplished, in college, in having a child, in parenting, in your marriage, was everything super easy and never hard? No, but you didn't give up and you didn't say, oh my gosh, I can't, this isn't going to work for me, so I'm going to walk away from it. Absolutely not. Anything good that you have in your life is going to take some strife. It's going to take some getting through it. I want you guys to think about everyone in your life that you've seen as a mentor, something empowering, something, a person that maybe it's not someone you know, maybe it's someone that you watch on YouTube, a book that you've read that was really inspiring to you, a story that you've seen of someone that really inspired you to take action in your life or made you think, hey, I want some change in my life. I guarantee you that all of those stories are from someone who overcame something. Oprah, Tony Robbins, anyone who's ever overcome an illness, any transformations that's been a loss of 100 or so pounds, or someone who's come back from fighting some disease, or someone who, was adopted as a child and abused and then went on to win a Nobel Peace Prize. All of the stories and the people that we listen to that are the most inspiring. Brendan Burchard, who is someone who I love, his story is crazy. He was so broke, living in a 600 square foot apartment. His wife was supporting him while he was trying to write his first book. Now he's created an empire and a millionaire. For me, those stories or those mentors would never be as inspiring if they weren't down and out, if they didn't struggle, if there wasn't kind of this build and story to success, right? I think that it's so interesting that the majority of us want success like that, right? And if we don't have it like that, we push it away and say, oh my gosh, that's not for me, or that's too difficult, or it doesn't work, or the company doesn't work, or the team doesn't work. We place blame, right? However, the people that we put up on pedestals and the people that we follow and the people that we think are so great overcame stuff to become great, right? When I first started this business, I didn't have people left and right saying, I want to sign up right now, sign me up right now, people throwing themselves at me. I still don't have that. I have to work hard for that. And I have 100 no's every single day, every single week. I have 100 people saying, I don't want to do this. I do want to do this, but I'm scared. But none of that phases me, because I know in order to be great, in order to have the things that I want, I need to push through that, like those people I idealize, right? Those people who make me think if they can do it, I can do it too. No story that we ever see that's great, or awards that people win, nothing is ever, oh, these people were just handed that and it was super easy. Absolutely not. So I'm not sure where this mentality of us starting these businesses has come, where it all should just be super easy and fall at our feet, right? So are you a newer coach who has maybe let something get you down about the business and you step back for a little bit? Now is your chance to get back into the game and realize this is going to take time and consistency. This is going to take getting out there on social media and staying out there on social media. You don't have to figure out what to say. We have tons of templates and documents and trainings, but what you have to do is stick with it. And that is the true test of someone successful in this business versus someone not, right? And then I want to talk about, find some tools that you can use to find that confidence. So the day you sign up as a coach, you know more than someone who is not signed up as a coach. I hear people say all the time, well, I don't know enough answers, or I don't know I can't start messaging people because what if I don't know what to say to them? Here's the thing. Number one, you have an incredible team of resources, incredible trainings, not just for new coaches. We just had a leader training. We just had a diamond training. We just had an emerald training. There are resources for you at every single step of your business. If you step back, I heard Melissa McAllister say this, it is only your fault. And I was like, ooh, that kind of stings a little bit, but it's so true. In this business, it is only your fault if you're not accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish. There is something for you at every level. If you can't find it, message me, message your coach, go on the Team Beachbody website, go on YouTube, go on Google. It is there for you. But one of the things that really changed my mindset in the beginning was personal development. Listening to something in my ear when I was doing something challenging, like messaging people, like trying to hit Success Club, like trying to put myself out there. I would put earbuds in my ears and listen to something uplifting on YouTube. I am like a total listening person, so books really weren't my thing. But one of the books that I've been listening to on audio is Girl, Wash Your Face. One of the ones that helped me in the beginning is You Are a Badass, kind of get over that, oh, what are people thinking of me, or kind of my self-sabotaging in the business. Some other things that were really super helpful for me were changing my body position, which sounds really silly. But if I was getting frustrated or getting, like, oh my gosh, what do I have to say today? Or I'm saying the same thing over and over again, or people hate me, whatever. I would get up and walk around the block, or get up and turn some music on and dance. Really, people can tell when you have confidence in what you're saying and in what you're doing. So you have to help yourself be positive about what you're saying and doing, right? Pumping yourself up, doing your workout right before you do something scary. Having a tracker to make sure you're on point if you're someone who likes to have things checked off during the day, right? There's a ton of different things that you can do to build your confidence. But one of the things that really greatly helped me in the beginning was knowing that you don't have to know all the answers. Being a Beachbody coach isn't about, I'm a personal trainer and I know everything there is to know about fitness and I'm in the greatest shape of my life and I know everything there is to know about Instagram and social media and I'm an authority figure here. No, coaching works because we are normal, average, everyday people agreeing that we are using these programs and products and platform, and it's helping us become more positive and happy and influenced, and then we're helping other people do the same. But nothing about us says we're perfect, that we know everything there is to know about everything, that we are some kind of unicorn of social media or fitness. It is way more inspiring to have someone to follow who is an average person going through exactly what you're going through. Relatable, right? So I want to tell you guys a little bit of a story. Ever since the beginning of my business, I have had a really easy time sharing on social media. Yeah, it was didn't come super naturally in the beginning and I had to find my voice, but I guess in the beginning I was never really scared of putting myself out there. I come from kind of a background of being on stage and stuff and speaking in front of crowds, so that never scared me. So it was really frustrating for me when people would ask me, oh, how do I start to share my journey? I don't understand. And it came naturally to me. So I kind of didn't have anything to say until this past year. So when I became pregnant and when I became a mom 4 weeks ago, I really kind of struggled with how has my voice changed and how do I do that? And I got really super down about it for a little bit. And then I said, actually, this is making me a better coach right now. This is making me a better businesswoman. Now, when people come to me and say, I'm having trouble with this, I will have actual real life experience of getting over that hump. Ever since doing that and figuring it out, instead of stepping back and saying, this is difficult for me right now, I have felt so much better about my leadership ability when people ask me those questions, that now I feel like a better coach for people. Any trial that you're going through in this business, any hardship, any difficulty, if you're having difficulties in conversations, if you're not knowing what to say when people ask questions, this is you going through leadership training. If you don't have the experience of people saying no, have the experience of people blocking you, the experience of figuring out what to say when people ask a certain question, then once you build a team, or if you already have a team, it's going to be very troublesome to answer their questions about when they're having those same problems. Every single thing that you go through in this business, every trial, if you're in the beginning of your business and you're feeling frustrated and you get over that hump, can you imagine how much better of a coach you will be to people when they say, oh, I'm going to give up, no one's liking and commenting on my post, no one's interested? You can say, that's totally normal. I went through that too. Here's how I got through it. So the mentality of being frustrated or having pushback, of course, there's going to be pushback. No one ever started something that greatly changed their lives or others and said, oh my gosh, it was so easy. There was never any trials or anything. Everybody just came and laid at my feet and wanted to do what I was doing. And it was so great from the very beginning. That's actually it's never true. So my advice to you, if you're in a place where you're struggling with confidence, you're struggling with, is this right for me? You're struggling with, am I good at it? Am I posting well enough? Am I talking to people well enough? I'm not getting to my goal soon enough, quick enough. What else can I do? I'm going to give up. I don't have enough confidence. This is the make or break time. Getting over that hump will make you a better coach, will have your momentum get started. Every single seed that you're planting, when people say no, when they're watching you and not commenting, those seeds need time to be watered and time to grow. If you give up watering them 1 or 2 weeks in, they're never going to grow. That's just how it goes. So I want to encourage you guys tonight, even though it's Tuesday night, I really want to encourage you guys to sit down, get out a piece of paper, and write down what you feel like you're struggling with. And once you write that list down, I want you to write next to it how that will make you a better coach in the future, either for a challenger or for a coach on your team. Because if you're watching this video right now, if you made some time tonight to get on this team call, I know for a fact that you want to make this a big business for yourself, and that's awesome. So eventually you're going to have a large team of people who are looking to you for guidance, right? And we don't get that kind of ability to give guidance from reading a leadership book or, being given the answers to stuff. We get the ability to give guidance to people from failing and from trial and error and from experience. So if you're someone who's not inviting and you're wondering why it's not working, you're not posting and you're wondering why it's not working, you're second guessing everything, you posted for a month or two and then you took a big step back and didn't do it anymore. Now is the time for you to be tied to your goals and re-engage. No one loves a comeback more than me. I want to encourage you guys, this is the time to get through that hard consistency period, that pumping the well until you're so tired you don't think it's going to come out. That is when the breakthrough happens. So take some of those tips, make your list. Then on the other side, make a list of how that's going to make you a better coach in the future and what it's going to be doing for your business. And then I want you to reiterate for yourself why you're doing this. What are the bigger things that this is going to give you when this works for you? What are your goals? Do you want to stay home? I get on the phone with people all the time who say, I want to make this a full-time business. And then I never hear from them again. And I'm like, okay, well, this is up to you. I'm not going to do it for you. The computer's not going to do it for you. The training's not going to do it for you. You got to do it for you. So write down what you got to do for you and why you're doing it. Do you want to stay home with your kids? Do you want to pay off your debt? Do you want to be happy at your job? Do you want to help people be healthy and fit every day? What is it? Tie yourself to that. Look back at the list of hardships and realize that's not really a hardship, right? If I could have X, Y, and Z, why I contacted Bonnie, why I contacted my coach, why would I ever not be confident in all of these things? Confidence is something that you build in your business before you have success. If you try to wait for success to build confidence in yourself and in your business, it just won't work. So get tied to some personal development books, write out a list of why you'll be awesome at this, and then fake it till you make it. Change your physiology, go walk around the block, put on some positive music, put on some positive YouTube stuff, read a book, and get to it. The things that we do are not hard, but the consistency of it is. All right, you guys, that's all I have for tonight. write your list, get some action items down, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.